So here we have the Nike Air Max Plus TN, and this is the OG colorway in Hyper Blue. And these were originally released in 1998, and it was made as a running shoe. As far as I know, it was inspired by the sky, because I think a lot of the Air Max Pluses were sort of inspired by nature. Whilst you had like the sunset, and then you also had the raspberry colorway, which is obviously, you know, kind of giving vibes of raspberry or maybe like dawn. And then you also have like the voltage purple colorway as well, which came out. But this one, I think, you know, has the influence of sky blue. And it also has a whale's tail kind of shape on the midsole, so you can see that here. That's what makes it kind of, I suppose, the Air Max Plus quite sort of unique as well in terms of a silhouette, and obviously the TPE overlays as well as the mesh, you know, upper. And it's designed by a guy called Sean McDowell, and he designed these particular pairs of sneakers. So with the details, it comes in the black, chamois and sky blue colorway. So you can sort of see on here the black and the sky blue, and then obviously this hits a yellow. So it's a nice, you know, cool looking sneaker, and quite sort of one of those ones which is easy to wear and has a sort of, I guess, royal colorway slash UNC. And it has tuned air in here, so this is a slightly revised Air Max unit. So it's got tuned air in the forefoot and also in the heel, so you can see that here. And, you know, it's one of those sort of sneakers that feels, you know, one of the quite sort of futuristic at the time. And it also has an EVA midsole, so it's not too, you know, soft to the touch, but it's there at the end of the day, and it's quite sort of rigid in my opinion, especially around the outside. The inside is not so much. And it has pretty much sort of synthetic materials on the upper, so I think the leather quality is probably this sort of nubuck material in all honesty, and the upper has got obviously TPE overlays and the mesh. And the price for these is £170. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side, so much like any other Air Max Plus, nothing new going on here. And the reason I say medium to firm is there's a little bit of give from the EVA midsole, and obviously the air units support the sort of impact protection, but don't expect, you know, the overall sort of wear of these in terms of comfort to be, you know, sort of easy to wear. You know, it'll be quite sort of tough on foot. And these also have good neutral support around the arch in my opinion, so I think, you know, again, it was made as a runner, so you can sort of see in there it's got like a contour going around the insole, and that is fine. And there's no wear in time with these, they're pretty good to go out of the box. You know, it's like one of those ones where you kind of wear them and they feel good on foot, and because of like this mesh upper, there's no sort of restrictiveness going on. And true to size, I'd go with these. I went up a half size just because I just like the extra bit of space, and I have a wide foot. So for me, I went, you know, up a half size, but my toe comes to about there with socks on, which is fine for me. And, you know, I could potentially go true to size, but I tend just to like the extra bit of space in sort of mesh runners. And it's got a good traction in my opinion as well. So I, you know, worn these like in all sorts of weather, and they perform very, very well. And because of this outsole being slightly more sort of protruding than usual, this works brilliant in my opinion. So with the look and style, I do like the bright OG colourway, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's one of the original ones to release in terms of its colourway, and I'm a big fan of black and blue anyway. And I also like the transparent TPU toe box, and it's a feature of the Air Max Plus, but it just looks cool on, you know, and I don't think you see too many sneakers with that on it. And it's a good one, like I said, for all seasons really. Like any time you can wear these, and I think it's good to go. And especially, you know, it being sort of a casual, sort of really sort of sporty vibe in terms of the sneaker itself. You know, it's yeah, like I said, it's just a classic at the end of the day. And it comes with like the black laces that's in there, but there's no reason why you could put in the yellow, blue, or even white laces. So with the final thoughts, I do like the bright colourway, and you know, as soon as these were announced, it was a cop from me anyway. And I do like the trail shoe vibe look to it as well. So, you know, it's one of those sort of trainers that's made to be worn and quite sort of rugged as well. And also I like the neutral comfort. So me personally, you know, I don't know whether I'm sort of used to Air Max trainers, you know, from wearing them for years and years, but I just really like the comfort on these, and especially on the Air Max Pluses as well. And they're great for all seasons, like I mentioned earlier. With the cons, I think the cost, I think they're slightly too high, you know, with the price range, £170. I think personally they should be more around the sort of £140 mark, because at the end of the day it's old tech. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style 5. You know, it's a classic colourway, classic look. You know, you can't really sort of go wrong with a pair of these. My only issue with these is probably the yellow slightly on the dull side, but I don't know, maybe that's how they were originally. And the comfort, I'd give that a 4. You know, it's not going to be amazing comfort, but for everyday use, it's fine. And the quality, I only give that 4 as well. It's overall, you know, like the materials on there is not amazing, and I see sort of glue marks here and there. I especially have one on the back of the heel on the inside, which is there, which should probably come out, but I'm just, you know, it's one of those things where they should have better control, especially if they're charging a lot of money for it. And that's why the pricing, I'd give that a 4 as well. It's like I said, priced a bit too high. And overall, I still give the sneaker a 5 out of 5. It's me because I like Air Max Pluses in general. You know, I'm a big fan of Air Max Pluses, and also the OG colorways, which I, you know, really like. And just one of those sort of trainers. Again, reminds me of my sort of early teens, late teens. And you know, for me, it's one of those sort of trainers that's, you know, synonymous. And you know, when they first released, it was an eye catcher. So, and even till this day, you know, people still rock them and are sort of very popular, especially in the UK and EU.